Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a dental blog. So basically what we're going to do today is I'm going to define exactly what a dental blog is. I'm going to show you and tell you how and why you need to pick a niche and how to niche down in a very competitive space. Also, I'm going to talk about web hosting and why you need it in order for your customers to see your website and how to get a domain name if you don't already have one. Next, I'm going to show you how to install WordPress, how to install a WordPress theme. I'm going to talk about what all of these things are and the changes that you need to make so that your website can be seen. Then I'm also going to show you and tell you how to start writing. In addition, I'm going to show you different ways to make money. Yes, you can use your blog to make money, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Next, I'm going to show you how to share it on social media and about how many blog posts you need to write. Now, this number can vary depending on your practice and what your goals are, but we're going to talk about all of that. And be sure to check out the 3 links in the description because those are the 3 links that I'm going to refer to throughout this blog post. So first things first, what is a dental blog? A dental blog is simply you taking an aspect of the dentistry profession and writing engaging content to help solve a problem. Now, believe it or not, when you do this, you're going to build credibility and you're going to build trust with people that you've never seen or met before. So this can be a very good opportunity to make money and actually build client and build your client base. Now, what I recommend that you do, and this is niching down, is to pick an aspect of your dentistry profession and focus on it and create content. This is called picking a niche, and you want to niche down. For example, do you work primarily with children? Do you do braces? What is it about your blog or your profession that makes you different? So what I recommend in the very beginning is to niche down. So let me just show you an example of a blog where a dentist is creating content. So if we look at this, this is the dentalassociates.com. And as you can see, they're answering basic questions about dentist, teeth, and blogging. As you can see, 4 tips for healthy summer smiles. And you can do this too. 3 ways to start your year with a healthy smile. Fluoride, friend or foe. Now, again, your customers are coming to the internet and they're asking questions. They're asking very basic questions about dentistry. And again, you can do this too, but if we look at this, orthodontics, dental implants, that could be something that you write about, cosmetic dentistry. What I recommend that you do and what I've done is I've jumped over and I've searched dentist into my keyword tool. Now, one thing that you want to be aware of is oftentimes people are typing in dentist near me and they're getting these local searches. So if I type in dentist near me, it comes up with my local address. And so what you want to do is you're simply going to just go out and you're going to create content and you're answering questions and solve problems for the masses. This is actually going to help with something called search engine optimization. This is going to allow you to show up higher in the search results because you are contributing to Google, and Google likes when you feed Google. So what I recommend that you do is I've just typed in, as I mentioned, I typed in dentist, and you can see people are asking questions. In fact, there are 5.5 million monthly searches just for the word dentist. Now, if we go to pediatric dentist, I'm just going to copy this, and you're going to see the keyword difficulty is going to be a little bit more competitive, but there's probably more opportunities to answer questions. The keyword difficulty is a scale between 0 and 100. The closer you get to 100, the more difficult it's going to be. What we can do is I'm just going to paste in pediatric dentist, and you're going to see there are a lot of search terms, 276,000 monthly searches where people are talking about pediatric dentist. In fact, if we change this to questions, there are people asking questions about pediatric dentist, 730 searches per month, but you can see there's opportunity as well. One thing that you can do is you can type in toothache. People obviously are asking questions about having a toothache, and you can go out and answer questions. As you can see, this is much more competitive because everybody knows that people are asking different questions, and they only go to the internet and they only go to see a dentist for the most part, when they have a problem. So you can see 44,000 monthly searches, 7,000 keywords about toothache. But as the expert, you can figure out what questions people have about orthodontics or implants or whatever it is, and you can ask questions. So I'm just going to click on dental implants. I'm going to copy this right like this. I'm going to jump back over to Ahrefs and paste this in. So when I paste it in, you can see 57,000 monthly searches, 5,000 keywords. And believe it or not, if you are writing blog consistently and you keep showing up at the top of search results, people are going to come from all around because they trust what they see and hear from you. And you're going to wind up getting clients that you never thought you'd get before. As you can see, if we look at this, there's a lot of green on this map here. And you can see there are different questions that you can answer with regard to dental implants. So that is picking a niche and niching down. We jump over to our slide deck here. We've looked at an example. We picked a niche. We've niched down. Now we need to talk about web hosting. For your website to be seen by anyone on the internet, you need to get web hosting. And web hosting providers, which will be the first link in the description, they rent out server space, which is a hard drive. They rent out server space to you so that you can put your website there so it can be seen by the internet. Now it sounds confusing, but what you're going to do is you're going to click that first link in the description and you're going to sign up for web hosting. I believe you can get it for as low as $3.95 per month, but they're going to rent out server space so that you can show your website to the world. Also, if you don't already have a domain name, you can get a free domain name for free for the first year. And a domain name is simply a name that your customers are going to refer to you by. For example, the domain name is dentalassociates.com. When people type in dentalassociates.com, it takes them here to this website. You're going to get one of those for free for the first year. And in fact, I'm actually going to walk you through the steps, step by step, of getting web hosting and a domain name right now. It takes probably about 5 or 6 minutes to go through this entire process. It's really easy and really simple. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but For everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, which is our content management system, that's how we're going to write blog posts so that we don't have to worry about coding or programming or anything like that. We've installed our WordPress theme. Now, right now we have a free WordPress theme. I'm going to explain to you in just a moment why you need to get a premium one. After that, we've made some important changes so that our target audience can see our website. Now, right now you have a free WordPress theme. It's bland, it's boring, it has no features. What I recommend that you do is you go up to this website here and get yourself a premium WordPress theme. Now, the reason why you want a premium WordPress theme is because it has additional features and functionality that will help you in the long run. This right here, Dental Associates blog, this is an example of a WordPress theme. Now, what we're going to do is we're simply going to type in dentist, hit enter, and you're going to see there are a bunch of WordPress themes for dentists. Now, the cool thing with these different themes is they have features like you can schedule appointments, you can add your Google Maps so people can see exactly where you are. There's a lot of features that you can add so that it actually makes it really user-friendly. Take a few minutes and find a WordPress theme that you like and feel comfortable with. Once you do that, you're going to click on this button here to add it to the cart, and you are going to check out. And then once you pay for the theme, you're going to download a zip file right to your computer. What you need to do next is unzip or unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to put that second zip file right into your WordPress back office, and you're going to have a brand new theme. And to do that, we're going to go, this is the back office of your WordPress website. We're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. After we click on Themes, we're going to click on Add New. And once we click on Add New, we are going to click on Upload Theme. And then we're simply going to drag and drop, or you can click Choose File and find that second zip file manually. Regardless of what you decide, you're going to click on Install Now and then Activate. And then you're going to have a brand new WordPress theme that allows you to do more. Like I said, these themes are great because you can schedule appointments if you want. You can give estimates. You can do all sorts of stuff with these WordPress themes. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck here, the next step is really to figure out how to start writing. And these are the two questions that I get the most. How long should my blog post be, and how do I start writing? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Post, and we are going to click on Add New. When we click on Add New, we're going to take one of our keywords that we found here, how much are dental implants. We're going to copy this, and we are going to make that the title of our blog post. Now, the reason why we're doing this is so that when people come to the internet and they type in this question, our blog post is optimized for search. It's called search engine optimization. And so what we're going to do is we're simply going to create content to answer this question. And the way that I like to do it, and the way that helps me write the most, write longer, and answer the customer's question, is I like to spend a couple minutes doing simple who, what, when, where, why, how brainstorming session. So what I'll do on a notepad or even right in here, I'll do who, what, when, where, why, and how, okay? And what I'll do is I'll try and ask and answer questions that are based on our keyword. So if our keyword is how much are dental implants, we could say what needs to be considered when determining, and again, you don't want to worry about spelling here because you're just trying to get ideas onto paper. What needs to be considered when determining the cost of dental implants? And what we're doing here is we are setting ourselves up to answer these questions when it comes time to write, and we're going to write much faster. When does the cost increase? So maybe you have a special, maybe you do stuff for Black Friday. Why are dental implants so expensive? Again, you have to put yourself in the customer's shoes. They're probably asking themselves these questions, and you want to try and get ahead of some of those objections so that you can get the customer faster and make more money. How to decide if dental implants are right for you. So what I recommend is spend about 10 minutes asking yourself these types of questions, and then you're going to keep the questions that are relevant and you're going to simply write on them. And what we're going to do, let's say we want to keep what needs to be considered when determining dental implants. I'm going to change this into an H2. This is a subheading. This is a heading right here. This is a subheading. You should only have one heading per blog post, but you can have as many subheadings as you want. And you're simply just going to answer the question. Here are some things you should consider when buying or before buying dental implants. And then you just simply answer the question, and then you move on. Now, the other thing that you should take into consideration is how long are the blog posts on the similar question. So I've pasted that in, how much are dental implants. What we want to do is we just want to open this up and we want to take a look and see, we'll block that. We want to see what your competitors are doing, because everyone on the internet, believe it or not, is a competitor. And so what we've done is I've just copied all of this, and I'm going to go down here, I'm going to right click, and this is probably about a 1,200 word blog post. All right, so 929 words, not very long considering there are a lot of things that you could answer. And what I would do is I would probably make about a 1,500 word blog post. And because we've gone through and we've asked ourselves a bunch of these questions, this is going to put us in a better position to get to that 1,500 words as long as we are thoroughly answering the question. So how to start writing, who, what, when, where, why, how, and how long should my blog post be. It should be as long as it needs to be to fully answer the question, and also make it around the same length as your competitors, because your competitors are already ranking. So now that we have that question answered, the next step is, how do I make money with my blog? Now, there are a number of ways to make money. You can collect leads with email marketing. You could actually schedule and book appointments because we've got a premium WordPress theme. Another opportunity is to place ads right on your website. Now, a lot of dentists probably don't want to do this because they feel like their competitors are going to place ads on the website and potentially steal clients. That may be true, but what happens more than likely or more often is if a customer has clicked on anything on the internet before, there's a cookie that follows them around. And a good example of this, let's see if I can find one real quick, CNN.com. So what usually happens, let's see if we can find an ad here. So I've clicked on this I've gone to the Bluehost website before, and so now this little cookie was placed on my web browser, and anytime I go a place where there's ads, I will see Bluehost and I'll see some of the other things that I've clicked on. If we scroll through, see if we can find another one, but it's up to you if you want to place ads. Ads are a good way of making money. ClickFunnels is another example. Ads is a good way of making money because it's really passive. You can work with a company called Google AdSense and have ads automatically placed on your website. You can test it for 2 months, and if you don't like the results, you can always remove it. Another great way to make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are going to be recommending or selling other people's products and services. The way that it works is you will find a company to work with, and you'll sign up to become an affiliate. You'll get unique URLs called affiliate links, and you'll place them right on your website. Now, this can work out great for dentists. For example, if there is a toothbrush that you recommend, if there's mouthwash, if there's toothpaste, you could work with a company like Amazon, and you could direct link right over to them, and you can make money. For example, let me just go over to Amazon.com. If there is a toothbrush that you recommend for people with braces, we could go over and find, let's say, toothbrush for braces. I'm sure people ask you all the time, what's the best toothbrush? You could become an affiliate for Amazon, and you could recommend these toothbrushes and make a few dollars just this way. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, click the third link in the description as I go in depth about affiliate marketing. But this could be a great way to make additional revenue, and it's all passive. You put these links on your website once, and they're up there forever as long as you have your website. And then finally, we need to talk about sharing on social media. Now, what I recommend that you do, because Google doesn't trust you just yet, you don't have any domain authority, it takes a while because Google is comparing your website to websites that are already on the internet. I recommend that you share your content to your audience. Share your content to your client base and tell them to read it and check it out. Offer an incentive for them to do so. Maybe you offer them a 10% discount on their next teeth cleaning. Offer them something in exchange. And the reason why we're doing this is because we figured out different ways to make money on the back end, whether it's through affiliate marketing or placing ads or scheduling appointments. We can make that money up on the back end. And I think you should share your content on social media because Google doesn't trust your content yet. And this is a good way to start making some money and bridging the gap until Google starts to rank your content. And the final question that I get all the time is about how many blog posts should I write? And in my opinion, you should set a goal to write 50 blog posts. Now, the reason why you want to write 50 is you are going to set yourself apart from other dentists who started blogging because they heard it was a good idea, but then stopped because they didn't see any traction. Most people will stop before writing 10 blog posts. Even more people will stop before writing 25. Now, another benefit of writing 50 blog posts is you are going to write 50 blog posts about dental implants. That's going to give you domain authority, and that's going to allow you to rank for multiple questions that people have. And when you rank for multiple questions, you're going to show up higher in the search results, and you could potentially make more money by getting more clients and with the other methods that I mentioned. So I would set a goal to either write yourself or hire out a writer to write 50 blog posts on your website. And then be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first link is to get web hosting. The second link is to get a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to learn affiliate marketing for free. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with 5 of your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.